please remain standing for the presentation of colors and national anthem. And gentlemen, if you will please remove your hats. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join me in recognizing the Show Me Gold program and the terrific job presenting the colors, and Rick Espinoza and the Missouri Southern Orchestra for the national anthem. Thank you very much, Rick. Great job. You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alan Marble, and I'm president of Missouri Southern State University. I'd like to welcome you to the Spring 2015 Commencement Ceremony. To begin, I would like to introduce the platform party, beginning from the right of the stage. We have Ms. Cheryl Dobson, Registrar, Karen Sandbridge, the Vice President of the Missouri Southern Alumni Association Board, Dr. Michael Garut, President of the Faculty Senate and Professor of Chemistry and Physical Sciences, Dr. Ron Mitchell, Dean of Students, Mr. Jared Bruggeman, Director of Athletics, Mr. Rob Youst, Vice President for Business Affairs, Mr. Darren Fullerton, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, Dr. Brad Hodson, Executive Vice President, Dr. Pat LaPera, Vice President for Academic Affairs. And now from the left of the stage, Dr. Crystal Lemons, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Tia Straight, Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Dr. Andrew Fulkerson, Coordinator of Online Master's Programs from Southeast Missouri State University, Mr. Lynn Ewing III, Member of the Board of Governors, Ms. Tracy Flanagan, Member of the Board of Governors, Dr. Sherry Buchanan, Member of the Board of Governors, Mr. James Fleischaker, Chairman of the Board of Governors, and Mr. Jeff Kilbane, our guest speaker, who will be formally introduced in just a few moments. You know, there are few ceremonial activities that date back as far in our history as commencement. It's a time-honored tradition that has deep symbolic meaning. The significance of earning a college degree is an important designation in our society because it can serve as the doorway to a future of success, upward mobility, and civic responsibility. During today's commencement ceremonies, more than 640 students will cross this stage and transition from students to alumni. For every one of them, it's been a personal journey. And for many, earning a degree has been a challenging experience. Some of you in this graduating class overcame enormous challenges just to be sitting here today, whether that meant juggling family responsibilities or working 2 or 3 jobs. You made your way through school under all those challenges. A few of you are international students who have traveled thousands of miles to pursue your dreams. But no matter your circumstances, all of you today are to be commended for your courage and tenacity, and you should be very, very proud of what you've accomplished. But I'll bet you didn't reach your goal all by yourself. Most likely, like the rest of us, you were surrounded by friends and family that supported you during those long hours of study, those times when you were challenged. So students, I think we should recognize the people who supported you, your parents, your spouses, your children. Could I have the parents of these graduates please stand, supporting members of the family, please. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. And graduates, you should also know that you're sitting here today because our terrific faculty judged each of you worthy of the scholarly credentials you're receiving. I know that our faculty members take their responsibilities very seriously, and they've led you through a rigorous and challenging but rewarding course of study. I think it would be appropriate for a remarkable faculty to stand and be recognized for their essential contributions to your education. I'd also like to invite the emeritus faculty who are with us to stand, please. So faculty, please stand and be recognized. And I want to depart from the prepared comments for just a moment because I think we need to recognize another person. Dr. Pat LaPira, if you would stand up, please. Dr. LaPira. Dr. LaPira has served this university for 34 years in various capacities. For the last couple of years has been Vice President of Academic Affairs and has just done a fabulous job. I think for that kind of service, we do owe her a special round of applause as she retires this year. We're going to miss you, Pat. Thank you very much. At this time, I'm honored to introduce our keynote speaker, an alum whose artistic achievements have already made him a Hall of Fame member at Missouri Southern. A 1985 graduate who obtained his bachelor's degree in art, Jeff Kilbane is president of JMK Sculpture in Los Angeles, California. Jeff began his sculpting career while employed at Walt Disney Imagineering, where he worked 11 years as a principal show artisan. After establishing his own company, he has spent the last 18 years sculpting projects for the entertainment industry. Jeff has completed portraits of all 112 members of the Missouri Southern Athletics Hall of Fame, which you can view in the halls just outside of the Athletic Center. He himself was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2006. We're very proud that a person of Jeff's talents got his start at our university. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud to welcome Mr. Jeff Kilbane.
Good afternoon. What an honor it is to be here. Thank you to President Dr. Alma Marble, distinguished faculty, guests, and of course the graduating class of 2015, Missouri Southern State University. I had my commencement here 30 years ago this month. So it is with great pride and humility that I stand before you to say a few words as you start the next chapter in your lives. They say it's about the journey, not the destination. But the destination makes all the difference when it comes to graduating college. Congratulations, graduates. You made it. I trust your journey to get here was worthwhile as well. When I got the call to come speak to you, I jumped at the chance. Not because I like public speaking, I don't. But to be honored in this way is an opportunity one doesn't pass up. Thank you for having me. I also want to thank Coach Jim Frazier, without whom I would not be here today. Jim recruited me out of high school to play football here. He made me part of a team that posted the highest winning percentage of any football class in Southern's history. We came in second place 3 out of 4 years. Obviously, winning isn't everything. Then upon graduation, Jim gave me my first job when he started the Hall of Fame for athletics here in the Leggett Platt Arena. Since then, I've done 107 drawings that are hanging on the wall, and I'm so proud that I'm still a part of Missouri Southern in that way. Thank you, Jim, for making Southern such an important part of my life. I would also like to thank my daughter, Alicia, for attending today with me. It was a crazy ride in last night, riding into tornado country. What else can I say about that? She passed up a class trip to Disneyland yesterday. No joke, field trip to Disneyland. So happy she's here to share this with me. And thank you to my brother Tim and his family. They came up from Tulsa. I told them there'd be free food. Sorry, guys. They actually found some anyway. Many of you might know that I'm a homegrown product of Joplin, born and raised. My father, Dr. I.E. Kilbane, served this community and surrounding communities for over 60 years. In addition to delivering over 5,000 babies during his journey and being a linebacker from since before I was born, he was also my biggest fan when I was on the field or on the bench. My father had a strong will, compassion, and character that the people of Joplin are capable of. I have learned a lot in my 30-year journey back to commencement here today. And in that time, I discovered that some of the most important things, some of the most important lessons I've learned in life were during my time here at Southern. Foundations that have supported me ever since. I put together a slideshow of some of my favorite pictures and projects I've sculpted out of foam that I wanted to share with you as I speak. I rose through the ranks at Walt Disney Imagineering to become the top character production sculptor at Disney. There are icons, marquees, numerous characters and props all over the place in every Disney park in the world that I've done. I'm proud to have been a part of that. Now I'm JMK Sculpture. And I now sculpt for various subcontractors in Disney and other theme parks as well. And they do keep me busy. So 11 years at Disney, where I started sculpting foam, and 18 years at JMK Sculpture and counting. I took a break from doing the Pixar In and Out float for Disneyland to come speak with you here today. I was more worried about the tornadoes than my deadline, honestly. Glad to be here. As I look out at the young men and women graduates of Missouri Southern University, class of 2015, some young, some not so young, I'm excited for all of you. You're now positioned to go make a difference in something. Whatever your field of study, go get you some. Maybe you know exactly what you want, maybe you don't. Neither one is probably 100% correct. The important thing is, move forward and take chances. As you leave Missouri Southern today to begin the next stage in your life, know that you are armed with knowledge and promise to go after what you've dreamed of. When I graduated, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I was armed with knowledge and a confidence that I had something to offer. What it was, I didn't know at the time, but I was going to Los Angeles in search of opportunity. My own journey started just a week after I graduated. I loaded up the Catalina, $500 in my pocket, with an offer from a distant relative to stay with him for 2 months in Burbank, California. Another opportunity I could not pass up. Within that 2 months, I had 2 jobs in my own place. It was a start. Whatever your post-grad plans might be, I hope they consist of things that make you happy along your own unique path. Balance is important. Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Getting there might not be as simple as it sounds, though. You might have to do many things you do not love to get to the promised quote. I'm not one to usually give out advice, but it seems like the thing to do at events of this nature. No one takes the exact same path, so know that my advice is based on my experiences. Mine from them what you will. So my first piece of advice, graduates, is to get paid. Get your priorities straight. Unfortunately, that might mean taking a job at something less desirable than the thing you love. Whether it's for the experience, to get your foot into the door, or just to pay the bills. Take care of business to get the things you love. My second piece of advice is to get experience where you can and believe in yourself. I got my job at Walt Disney Imagineering by way of a church basketball league. I was playing with friends I had met in Los Angeles. I had left my job at the art store after 2 years when an offer came in over the phone to do a painting from a doctor's office. I had felt, being there for 2 years, that it was time to move forward, and this was a good opportunity to do that. It can be comfortable at times getting in a certain position, but move forward, look ahead, don't settle. The painting was a sizable 3-foot by 7-foot commission. I charged $600 for the painting, and it took me 3 months. And okay, now what? I immediately turned my sights to model building. After having done a few foam core models for calling clients while working at the art store, I thought this might be the ticket. I found this developer who needed a full presentation model of this beautiful home atop a mountain he was building. He needed a fully detailed model inside and out with lights. This model took me 6 months, and I got $2,000 for it. 9 months out of the art store, and I've made $2,600. Not a good start. It was crunch time. Back to the LA Time 1 ads. I see a small nondescript ad there for the Disney hiring. I don't even circle it, thinking it was not even plausible, that it was not even a plausible option. Sorry, I lost my slide. Pardon me a sec. So sorry. So then I go to a basketball game that night, and I see a man in the stands wearing a shiny Disney jacket. And I just seen that one ad in the paper that morning. So I put 2 and 2 together, thinking he must know where this job is coming from. Of course, he laughed because he had no idea. Disney's a big company. But upon learning that I had some skills, he gave me a person's name, and that got me in the door. I had 3 interviews over 3 months with 3 different people, but I got the job. The head of the dimensional design told me later that it was the painting that swayed him, even though they did models. So the 2 projects I had focused on when I left the art store, each had a part in my hiring. And the knowledge I learned at the art store also played a role. My third piece of advice I have here is to think positive. Say you can, even if unsure, when an opportunity arises. When I graduated, I didn't know I was a sculptor yet, but I knew and understood the foundations of what made good art, and I knew that art was going to be involved in what I did with my life. My years in the art department here at Missouri Southern left me with an understanding of the fundamentals of many disciplines and many different mediums. Not only did I learn how to see and appreciate the classics, but I actually got to create works as they were originally taught, learning proper techniques and using them as they were intended. Professors and students encouraged the individual's creativity to come out any way possible, as well as learning the staples of the classics. The same inspiration was shared in all the departments that I experienced here at Southern. These insights and teachings continue to be there for me when the heat is on. Do the best you can at whatever job you say you would do. Don't decide later it's too hard or that you can't figure it out. Your learning does not stop here. There are too many moments post-college where you feel like you've been called on even though you didn't have your hand raised. Be prepared and say yes. Finally, show them. I have a few thoughts on the show me slogan we Missourians live by. I always took this saying as, talk is cheap. So just do your thing and I'll make up my own mind when I see it. Show them should be your new motto to go along with show me. Don't be afraid to self-promote. Know your strengths and tell the world. Speak up and back it up. If you're not telling them what they want to hear, someone else surely is. I've often had to say I would do the job before I even knew how it could be done. You are the graduating class of 2015. You can text faster than I can type. You make phone calls from your watch. I used to laugh at the idea of the year of 2015, how futuristic it sounded. And now here we are. You really are the future. In closing, I just want to say that I am proud of who I am, where I come from, all it took to get here, and thankful for all the blessings in my life. Southern played a big role in achieving all of these things, and I encourage you to keep in mind your beginnings as you strive towards your goals. So with that, I'll wrap it up. I want to share with you a quote that I hope will stick with you for years to come. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. Because baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Katy Perry. Congratulations. Congratulations, Rex.
Missouri Southern State University offers graduate degrees cooperatively with other universities in the state. And this afternoon, Southeast Missouri State University and Missouri Southern State University will confer Master of Science degrees in criminal justice. With the absence of Dr. Richard Miller, the Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Tia Straight of the Health Sciences will assist Dr. Fulkerson from Southeast Missouri State with the hooding. Will the candidate for the master's degree please stand? Dr. Marble, upon completion of the course of study prescribed by Missouri Southern State University and Southeast Missouri State University, and upon recommendation of the faculty from both universities, we present this candidate to you for the conferring of the Master of Science degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Missouri Southern State University and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and the state legislature, I confer upon you the master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Tom G. Bass.
Faculty, please stand as I present the baccalaureate degree candidates. Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? Dr. Marble, upon the completion of the course of study prescribed by Missouri Southern State University, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I present to you these candidates for the conferring of the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Fine Arts, and the Bachelor of Science degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Missouri Southern State University, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and the state legislature, I confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Would the first row of candidates please come forward? The rest of you may sit.
Kylie Ackerson. Stephanie Elizabeth Aginaga. Brittany Lynn Albertson. Ashley Amber Albrecht. Kelsey Elizabeth Aki. Lorna Dawn Allenbaugh. Arlissa Michelle Arwood. Stephen Glenn Atkinson. Taylor Nicole Bailey. Ryan Michael Bates. Abby Jo Bayless. Jared Lee Beasley. Caleb Allen Benner. Kendall Garrett By. Juan F. Brady. Jason Michael Brown. Ross Wallace Bruns. Tiffany Lee Bryant. Josie Ray Kamer. Tyler Charles Cantrell. Brianna Cassandra Carmona. Bo Young Catron. Graham Elliott Chambers. Willie Donald Chapman Jr. Paulette Irene Chernowski. Adam David Christian. Tiffany Sherry Clark. Janie Ray Klein. Sandra Dawn Conrad. Ethan Mackenzie Crisp. Jawanza Davidson. John W. Davidson. Jessica Ann Davis. Molly Elizabeth Day. Carly Mae DeBurger. Brittany Ann Dodge. Terrell Alonzo Donovan. John Randolph Early. Gina Marie Ellis. Seth Thomas Ernst. Ryan Mark Ferguson. Derek Ammon Fields. Robin Jensina Felstad. Leah M. Faulkner. Stephen Reese Freeborn. Corey Andrew Garr. Sierra Rose Gibson. Brooke DeLynn Gibson. Amanda Lynn Girdler. Anthony Brian Greninger. Tracy Lynn Gurr. Emma Ulrika Josephine Gustafsson. Kyle Anthony Guzman. Chad R. Harris. Alexis Ann Hawk. Jade Lauren Henning. Shakira Marie Herfel. Ashley Marie Herring. Ariel Dawn Horton. Corey Austin Hounshell. Andrew Bryson Hines. Ashley Catherine Horn. Jared Quinton Hummel. Taylor Page Johnson. Eddie Levitt Jones. Carly Marie Jones. Shelley Marie Keyser. Nicholas John Kyle. Samuel Quinton Kaiser Jr. Brooklyn Nicole Lampy. Courtney Lee Lawrence. Harold Ray Lawrence. Nicole Ashley Legrand. Diane Sedera Lyle. Eric C. Linton. Kelsey Little. Hannah Jessie Leister. Andrew Michael Mayer. Adam Quinton Malady. Madeline Rose Marsden. Samuel Alexander Mason. Breon Matlock. Lyndall Thomas McAllister. Kirsty Jordan McDonald. Chloe Elizabeth McMain. Joseph Albert Miller. Robert James Miller. Denise Moreno Reyes. Deidre Denise Morris. Tiffany Nicole Nelson. Shelby Lee Newbeck. Madeline Olivia Ott. Tyler James Overstreet. Raymond Allen Page. Ashley Lynn Payton. Michaela Leona Page Pembleton. Robert Matthew Phillips. Shawnee Lachelle Phillips. Craig Wayne Plunk. Donald James Ramage. David Eric Reese. Tyler Stephen Roby. Adrian Ruiz Navarrete. Rachel Marie Sanders. Whitney Marie Sanders. Lauren Renee Sanders. Danielle Marie Severins. Derek Allen Schneikert. Molly Christine Shones. Gabriel Sisse. Charmaine Quantane Shelton. Catherine Lynn Shockley Bergren. Lee A. Shorter. Jamie Lee Schaus. Lorena Silva. Melissa Corrine Simmons. Brooke Ivy Smith. Shanice Tanika Smith. Christine Marie Stedham. Michael Carlton Stedham. Khalif Aaron Steele. Eric Paul Stelz. Brandon Riley Stokes. Derek Clay Stokes. Clark Anthony Michael Tanksley. Richard Heen Tran. George W. Turner. Jessica Denise Turner. Ashton Nicole Troxel. Daniel Scott Turpin. Kenzo Johannes van Baal. Amber Page Varner. Jeanette Walker. Austin James Welch. Emily Kate Weldon. Victoria Lee White. Marcus Dwayne Wicks. Richard P. Williams. Jeffrey Joseph Yates. Tasha Nicole Alvis. Kelsey Jacole Armstrong. Elena Deanne Crane. Laura Elizabeth Azaro. Erica Leanne Baker. Mary Catherine Berger. Ariel Janae Brothers. Miranda Lynn Brown. Mackenzie Brooke Buckner. Marjorie May Bulow. Jessica Bynum. J. Carey Carpenter. Denise Roberta Schote. Stacy L. Coleman Wood. Crystal Leanne Kreider. Nathan E. Crozier. Christina Ann Darnell. Jennifer Dawn Day. Venus Marie Day. Heather Marie Donner. Annie Mae Epperson. Kimberly Suzanne Evans. Jenna Rose George. Megan Louise Garcia. Bailey Dawn Harney. Sarah Elizabeth Jackson. Kelsey Victoria Johnson. Megan Lynn Johnston. Micah Natasha Kidston. Hillary Kipkozge Kogo. Asia Mariah Lamp. Emily Jordan Mayfield. Lydia Ruth McCoy. Cameron Lee Murray. Lauren Nicole McKenzie. Thomas Joe McCall. Courtney Renee McKinney. Brian Glenn Means. Natalie Mompoint. Jasmine Danielle Hughes. Summer Day Michael. Jenna Brianne Monty. Courtney Michelle Myers. Brandy Joe Nelson. Carrie Diane Parcell. Benjamin David Parsons. Sydney Schuyler Potts. Shelby Lynn Purcell. Daniel Joseph Putt. Lindsay Nicole Rollins. Bryce Isaac Saunders. Malayla Ann Seaman. Tiffany Rose Schaefer. Samina Shaw. Jocelyn Marie Shank. Catherine Renee Simpson. Alicia Marie Slagley. Kelsey Nicole Reading. Kayla Nicole Smith. Jenny K. Steele. Keisha Elizabeth Snodgrass. Betsy Jean Stone. Allison Page Stout. Jacob Randy Talley. Leslie Lynn Thompson. Cody Ross Todd. Tara Tamil Tiley. Hannah Jo Updegrove. Mai Hua Vang. Laura Elizabeth Wetstein. Derek Michael Wilkes. Chad Allen Williams. Crystal Orinda Williams. Meredith Ann Wonderly. Ronshwin Jin. Is that it?
Faculty, please stand as I present the associate degree candidates. Will all candidates for the associate degree please stand? Dr. Marble, upon their completion of the course of study prescribed by Missouri Southern State University, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I present these candidates to you for the conferring of the Associate of Science degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Missouri Southern State University and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and the state legislature, I confer upon each of you the associate degree with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Please proceed for the presentation of diplomas.
Monica Alcala. Heather Joy Barnett. Christy Jo Bayless. Katie Berghoff. Kimberly Lynn Blackburn. Olivia Marie Blaylock. Megan Nicole Carroll. Molly Ann Cureton. Haley Brooke Eads. Aubrey Carl Thane II. Brooke Leanne Foster. Jessica Rochelle Gray. Jessica Ellen Hartsfield. Courtney Rochelle Hecker. Dustin Arthur Jensen. Sarah Renee Kirk. Christina Lynn Krug. Tracy Nicole McGarry. Jamie Ann McCracken. Ryan David McMullen. Emily Grace Morrison. Emily Lane Pickering. Megan D. Perry. Samantha Brianne Patusik. Colette Robertson. Adam Christopher Sherrick. Holly Michelle Selvage. Amy Marie Spainhauer. Trista Marie Stapp. McKaylee Brooke Tanner. Christine L. Tyson. Kyle John Venny. Katie Christine Wilmus.
As the elected president of the faculty organization of Missouri Southern, it is my honor and privilege to be the first to address you as graduates of Missouri Southern State University. Now, as a teacher, I'd like to gather a little bit of information. Raise your hand if sometime during your years of education you ever pulled an all-nighter. You can put them down. Thank you. As I recall, it was due on a Monday at 11, and I started writing it at 9 o'clock Sunday night and finished it about 9 o'clock Monday morning. I do not recommend doing this, but it was memorable. I thought I was done with all-nighters, but the night before last I had to do another one, this time to grade a stack of term papers. Looks a little different from the other side. It doesn't get any easier as I get older. There are certain experiences in college that will stand out in your memory. I remember the all-nighters, but I think today, graduation, I remember my graduation a little bit more fondly. I think you'll remember yours too. Look around you. In the stands behind you and in the chairs behind you, you see your families and your friends, the parents that came from nearby, and some who I happen to know drove all night, the night before last, in order to be here for the big day. Your aunt from Colorado who came to see you graduate, people who traveled from another country to be here on this day. Their batteries are charged, their cell phones and camcorders are recording video and taking thousands of pictures. Maybe one of your pictures will end up on a large poster like mine. If you can't see this one, you can look up on the screen. This one was taken at my commencement at Missouri Southern about 26 years ago, across the street when we used to do it at the football stadium. If you want that backdrop, you can just walk across the street after the ceremony. And I married that girl 2 years later. Graduates, even if you are here solo today, there's a group of people who are here to cheer you on, who are proud of you, who are thrilled to see you succeed and to begin the next stage of your life, to represent Missouri Southern. That group of people is sitting behind me on the stage right now. Perhaps there were times, maybe even just in the last couple of days, that you thought there was a professor standing in your way, blocking your path to your goal, being a hurdle that you had to leap over and maybe trip you up. Now you're on the other side. Perhaps you can see it from our perspective. Instead of seeing us as that hurdle blocking your path, see us as we see ourselves, as a stepping stone for you to climb on so that you can get out there and make us proud. But you've already done that. So, reach higher. Congratulations, graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that there are a number of the baccalaureate graduates wearing one or more Missouri Southern State University honor cords. As we recognize these graduates and explain what each honor cord signifies, please hold your applause until all three groups have been identified. Will those that are wearing the green cords please rise? This cord is worn by the baccalaureate degree recipients who have completed the Missouri Southern State University Honors Program, a highly enriched and challenging four-year curriculum. Please be seated. Will those wearing the gold cords please rise? This cord is worn by the baccalaureate degree recipients who have met requirements for the National Honor Society Alpha Chi. These students have achieved GPA averages of 3.7 or higher after completing 7 semesters of study at Missouri Southern State University. Please be seated. Would those wearing the braided blue, black, and white cords please rise? These cords denote active membership in Omicron Delta Kappa, the Leadership Honor Society. Membership is based on 5 qualities: exemplary character, responsible leadership and service in campus and community, superior scholarship, genuine fellowship, dedication to democratic ideals. Please be seated. Join me in applauding all these distinguished students. You will find additional color cords and their meanings listed on page 29 of the program. Now, if I can direct your attention to the section of your program which lists the candidates for honors. This is on page 8. Missouri Southern awards academic honors in 3 levels for both baccalaureate, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, and the associate degree, first honors, second honors, and third honors. Will all the candidates for academic honors that are listed in the program with baccalaureate or associate degrees please stand? Let's recognize these outstanding students. Please be seated. There are 6 graduates that we would like to recognize at this time who have achieved a perfect 4.0 grade point average in pursuit of their associate and/or baccalaureate degree. Would you please stand? Brianna Clark, Wendy Collier, Seth Ernst, Shakira Herfel, Madeline Ott, and Michael Stedham. Please give these outstanding graduates some recognition. You may also have noticed that a number of our graduates are wearing sashes. These are being worn by graduates who have studied abroad, and the sash represents the flag of the country where he or she studied. A list of the graduates and their country of study can be found on page 25 of the program. We also have a number of graduates from other countries. The flags representing their countries are now shown on the video board. Yay! I would now invite Ms. Sandridge for the turning of the tassel.
On behalf of the more than 20,000 Missouri Southern alumni around the world, I'd like to congratulate you on your great accomplishment. You will soon join teachers, police officers, nurses, biologists, and entrepreneurs who all have the same thing in common. We are all proud alumni of Missouri Southern. This is a transforming moment. You entered this room as college students and will leave as alumni. Over your lifetime, many people will ask you where you went to school. I know you will answer with pride, Missouri Southern State University. The relationship you've developed with Southern is permanent and lasting. The transition from student to graduate makes you a new partner in the future of our alma mater. Your continued involvement is important in helping to shape this university for the generations of students that follow you. Today is your first day as a Southern alum. The Alumni Association Board of Directors has challenged for you the class of 2015. We want you to be the most active, the most involved, the best class of alumni this university has ever seen. You can do this by participating, whether attending events in your community or coming back for homecoming. Make sure you take the opportunity to meet with other Southern alumni. Mentoring, commit to becoming involved with campus career mentoring programs. Organizing, help us establish new alumni interest groups to develop the programs and activities that will most benefit you and interest you. Giving, make a financial commitment every year to the annual fund. To be the best, to meet your challenge, you must make participating, mentoring, organizing, and giving part of your regular routine as a Southern alum. As graduates of Missouri Southern, we are the torchbearers for this institution's spirit. As we have received from this university, so it is our responsibility to give back to the generations of students yet to come. Will the members of the class of 2015 please rise? To signify your accomplishment and your change in status from student to alumni, please move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left, placing them over your heart. Congratulations and welcome to Missouri Southern Alumni Association.
I would like to welcome Diane Lyle, graduate from Carl Junction, music major, to the stage for the singing of the Missouri Southern State University alma mater. She will perform the alma mater once as a solo, and the second time through, we would invite everyone to join. The words are printed on page 26 of your program, or you will find them on the screen. Please remain standing for the recessional.
Shaping and guiding Motherhood, maternity. Sorry, down 15,000.
Walmart. I thought you were talking to sandals.
No, well, we're almost identical today.
Wow, almost I have like a pink sheer shirt
Down
that
to
I
the
wear.
color of our toes, we're almost
Well, we gotta wait for the
Maybe.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, not at all.
No.